All right. Welcome, everyone. This is episode 9 of Figure It Out. And joining with us live is Shayna Amster. What's up?
What's up? Thanks for having me on your show.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. How you been?
Is this live?
No.
Okay, cool.
Not actually.
All right. I was just curious. If it is, that's fine too. I just wanted to know for personal reference.
Right. We normally just we tape the shows during the week and then post them on the weekend.
Yeah, that's good. Then you can edit all the boring stuff out.
Oh, but you're never boring.
No, I'm never boring. You've had 8 episodes, so I can only imagine. Just kidding.
Right.
So, for sure, I actually wanted to put together a podcast, but I'm a really big perfectionist, and it takes me so long to do the editing because I'm so meticulous that it ended up just being a huge. I have recorded episodes, but I wanted it to be called Talking Shit with Strangers. I was using this app, and it records conference calls. And I was just calling people from Craigslist, random people to have conversations with. But the quality sounded awful. But now that I actually met some of these people in real life, which is, always scary and fun. But now that I know that this is an option, it's much cooler. I just need to get an editor.
Yeah, whenever you have new ways to talk to strangers, it's always a good time.
Well, I just like to do it from home, and I don't have to go meet these people because, it's difficult to find a place that you can go, a public place that's quiet, because these are Craigslist people. You don't want to have them at your house.
Yeah.
So I recorded an episode at a cemetery.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, I met this random chick from Craigslist, and we sat up on a family of dead bodies and recorded a podcast.
Did you guys do a Ouija board together? Did you have weird ominous?
She was a self-proclaimed witch.
Nice. So yeah, no, I was wondering if you got any after you recorded it, if there's background noises that just weren't there before.
Yeah, there's airplanes. And
how did that get in the recording?
Well, there wasn't any ghost noises, but there were airplanes.
So it was more just static interference.
Yeah, it didn't sound good at all.
Oh, damn. Well, that's not as spooky though.
Well, it sounded better than the phone call. I downloaded an app, I think it was called Recorder, and it just sounded so bad that I was like, I can't publish this.
Word.
I was like, they'll never listen to this. I don't know. I'm a perfectionist.
Well, now you know. Yeah. That's advertisement. Anchor.
Yeah. This is awesome. I'm gonna start my whole podcast life again. Just kidding. So, how do you guys know each other? What do you guys do, for real jobs?
Us? Oh, we went to college together.
Oh, cool. What was it? Santa Barbara?
Fresno State.
You went to Fresno State?
Year.
Yeah, it's only a short drive for me, but it was pretty far away from home for Aphiah.
Yeah, I know Aphiah from Santa Barbara. That's why I assumed.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Kessler.
Yeah, Kessler.
Yeah. So quick side story. Shayna's actually my adopted mom, I guess. Because my friend
adopted mom. So yeah, I lived in Santa Barbara. I had 5 dude roommates, and the place was fucking disgusting. I was like, this is great. There won't be any drama. I'm like, no, that was actually wrong. I created a lot of drama. But everyone, I got this role of being the mom of the house because I was the only chick, and I would always be complaining about everyone do your dishes, mom. So all these grown ass men started calling me mom all the time.
Yeah.
It was really great. When we went out to bars or something.
Yeah.
Mom!
Hey, Mom.
Like, oh
Yeah. be out and about, and everyone's calling her mom. People are like, wait, what the fuck? Are you guys like the same age?
They're like, wow, she looks good for a mom. She's a MILF.
Yeah.
So, your other episode,
suppose
how have
that's
you found your interviewees?
We've only had one,
We've only had a couple.
right?
You said this was your 9th.
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah.
But we haven't had guests every time.
Oh, okay. So you guys just talk to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sometimes it's like us having a normal conversation together.
That's cool. Do you guys have good conversations?
Yeah.
Good?
Always.
That's good. Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
I something like that. And then
It's
other
like-
friends like
It's like talking shit with strangers, except we know each other. But
Yeah,
that makes
totally.
things even stranger.
Just talking shit.
It's pretty strange. Yeah, pretty much. Just talking that shit. Backing it all the fuck up, you know.
Are you guys both living in Fresno right now?
No.
I
actually live in Yuba City. Aphiah, you're still down south, right?
Yeah, I'm back in Santa Barbara for now, and then I'm moving back to LA pretty shortly.
I just moved to Encinitas, which is in San Diego. It's like North County near Oceanside area.
We're in the area. How you liking the move back?
Well, it's literally been less than 2 weeks. But I'm helping out my dad with his business because I got fired from my job at Starbucks. And all my corporate dreams were shattered.
Oh, no.
Your lifelong mission of being a barista is over?
Well, I really wanted to be a corporate role model, but I'm just too offensive.
Speaking of offending people, that's one point.
Aphiah and I love offending people.
Yeah.
Yeah?
And the thing is,
That's not what we did at Fresno.
yeah. Well, because
That's
the
why
thing
I
is,
got fired.
everyone loves being offended nowadays. It's like
No,
you're
they
not
don't
allowed
love
to say
it.
anything.
No. What's weird to me is these days, everyone is offended by things that people say, but they're really not fazed by things that people do.
Right.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, that person's a lying, cheating, horrible person. Oh, well, but this person, said beaner, and everyone freaks out about it. And it's like, dude, these are words.
Is that what you did?
Oh, no, I'm not. I like Africans and beaners. And what I said,
I grew up
was, it was months have passed now, but it was over a social media post, actually. And it was during the whole Me Too. Ruined it was the whole Me Too thing, where there was a social media post that said, if you've ever been a victim of sexual harassment, copy and paste this post and write Me Too. So I copy and paste it, and I write Me Too. I enjoyed it.
I saw that.
Yeah, this shit
I don't understand what you did wrong.
viral. There was hundreds of comments, and somebody wrote on there. They were like, "This is the." They background checked me and found these are random ass people who I don't fucking know who are so offended by this. Men, women, people who have never been a victim of sexual harassment.
Wanted to make it their case. Yeah.
Yeah, people who have no right to be offended are offended.
Yeah.
I'm like, if
Usually how it goes, though.
Yeah, they need to take you and personalize it because they need an enemy for it,
Yeah, and it's like, dude, I'm
like it's people like these that are perpetuating rape culture. It's like what rape culture, like everyone hates rapists. If anyone rapes anyone, we throw them in prison.
Exactly, but
Yeah, I don't think there's any rape culture.
So
there's no one who's pro rape.
Exactly. Okay, everyone hates rapists. Everybody hates
Rapists are pro-rape.
Yeah.
But it's this is what I think. It's a coping mechanism, and I just use humor instead of anger or sadness to cope with these things that I can't control.
Right.
And that is really offensive.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah. How dare you make a joke?
Really, like I can't control people. Like no.
It's like, Shayna, don't you know that you're only allowed to joke about the things that people say you're allowed to joke about, and anything
that's
else?
another thing. It's like there is no universal funny. Like my stepdad always says, "You're not funny," and it's like, no. That's an opinion.
Yeah.
I was like, how are you telling? Like, there's no one dictionary full of funny, and like you're only allowed to joke about certain things. No, like I'm gonna joke about everything.
Yeah, and because and it takes away, what they're doing with this whole thing too. They're taking away people's right to free speech, because if they're controlling, like, oh, well, this is funny and this is not, and we're blaming everything, it's like, like the whole thing with like, oh, if you have to call this person a she if they change it, but then if they change back, like there's no limit then to like, how offensive you could be, because what you're allowed to say, and it's like, because then you're not allowed to like think about anything, like, cause like, what I mean, it's in your head, like you're thinking these thoughts, and all you're doing is suppressing them now because you're not allowed to say them. And I mean, this has been proven again throughout history. Like every totalitarian society, suppression breeds violence.
Well, dude, I just think that it's human nature. They're taking this thing that's harmless, like humor, and turning it into like this evil thing. Like, oh, if you joke about me too, then you're as bad as the rapist. Like, it's like, what? No, exactly. These are words and these are actions. And words, you're getting emotional about it. That's not my problem. Like, they're just words. Sticks and stones. What happened about sticks saying?
Yeah. Well, it's gone.
It's like, but then people aren't offended by, people who will talk shit behind your back. And it's like, that's offensive,
Yeah.
Like, you've never been lied to. Like, words are just words. Like, I don't know. I think actions are a lot more important than words.
Most oh, for sure. Or, yeah, I mean, and it's like, it's a combination of the two, right? Because, like, if you, like, say for your instance, where you're like using humor to heal and stuff, and then, then you're attacked for it, that it's a big difference than, like, if you're, like, using words to purposely, like, try to, like, incite violence or something. You're like, hey, everyone can go.
Yeah. No.
But obviously, that's not what she was trying.
Okay, so it's human nature to be inconsistent and have these just dialects where it's like an incongruent thought, and like that's just human nature, and we all have it, and like everybody does it. We're all hypocrites at the end of the day. Let's just laugh about it instead of like having our egos be so like delicate to where we can't even laugh at ourselves. Like.
Yeah, that's kind of. I was talking to a couple of my Irish buddies about that a little while back. They're saying like Americans really don't know how to take the piss out of themselves. Like everyone here like gets so uptight about shit, and I was laughing because it's like, dude, like that's so true. Dude. Like what? I don't know. Everyone here like just fucking ego trips. All these like even the like. Flower child, like hippie people, like that. If you're not,
they're one of the most judgmental breeds.
Yeah, they're the worst.
Like they're like, oh my god, you eat gluten sometimes? How could you do that to your body? And like, dude, you're supposed to be a hippie. You're supposed to be accepting of everybody, including me.
Yeah. Hey, you eat meat? Oh my god, you're disgusting. Like, You're judging me for my eating habits, dude. Like you look like a skeleton. We're just fuck off.
You smell like
I didn't say anything.
You smell like patchouli oil and body odor and Coachella.
Yeah, and I was gonna let it go, but you had to say something.
Yeah. But if I were to call them out on smelling like
I was gonna address the fact that everyone here is standing 10 feet away from you because you never wear deodorant, but
well, it has aluminum in it. It's like you have to weigh out the pros and cons here. You smell like shit. It's affecting your relationships.
Right.
I went to Israel and I went because I'm a Jew. And I went with
was it your birthright trip?
Yeah, of course. I had to get my free trip. My dad
was to get it.
Yeah, free trip, obviously free. I'm gonna go running. So I went, and I went with a big group of Americans, and it was like we went for 10 days, and obviously 10 days I'm gonna at least say one thing to offend the whole group. But so it was dinner time, and they're like, all right, everybody come line up, and I'm like, all right, we're going to the gas chambers, and like that just came out of my mouth.
You said that?
Yeah, I just because
you would.
Yeah, so I just said that. It's funny, and the Israelis laughed. The Israelis laughed. The Americans were like, "How did you fucking say that?"
Right.
I'm like, just leave me here. Just
man.
These are my people. They accept me. Like, just leave me here.
Right. Yeah.
Like, I feel like any other culture I can like probably get along with. But Americans are just so ass backwards. We're so confused. We don't know.
Americans are confused about a lot of shit, man. Like,
I know, they take it out on other people. It's like we're all confused here. We don't know what is right because that keeps changing.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's all gender fluid, baby.
I know. I'm just like, when can Kenny come back?
All of us here just need something to back up, something to fight for. And we don't have anything difficult to fight for right now, so we fight over petty shit.
Okay, but then there's comedians, which I think are hilarious, but they have quite the following for saying offensive things, and I'm just like, when is this gonna happen?
Yeah.
You know, like Daniel Tosh and Anthony Jeselnik, those guys, they're funny and they're fucking vulgar and they're really like controversial, and I'm like, how do they have so many followers?
Because people know.
They got a lot of haters.
Yeah, they got a lot of hate. Like, especially, doesn't Tosh, right? Like, he gets all kinds of fucking.
Yeah, but he also has
I'm sure he does.
Supporters, like me.
Jeselnik, I think, is in a way more offensive. He's cool.
Yeah, it's at their level too. Like, you know, if you have that many followers too, you know, you're gonna have that many haters. Like.
Yeah.
It's gonna come virtually.
Haters gonna hate.
Yeah, and like, you know, it's notoriety too, because like then, you know, more people are gonna know you, and like,
yeah, absolutely, because the negative just gets so much attention.
Yeah.
Like, dude, it was crazy how that post from Facebook got just like it just blew up. There were hundreds of comments before I just deleted it because I was concerned I was gonna lose my job because. They posted like, Shayna works at this Starbucks store, go get her. Like, I don't know what they wanted to do, like go harass me. And I was like, sure, come harass me, because I'm sarcastic and stuff. And apparently that's why they fired me, because I was putting other partners at risk. But they denied my employment, and I went and appealed it, and I won in front of the judge against like the district manager and a lawyer, like an employment lawyer.
Damn.
I represented myself, and I was like, don't you think if somebody was going to go into a Starbucks store to go harass me, they would make sure it was me?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And like, yeah.
Wait, you're trying to talk common sense in this day and age?
Well, I got my employment, so that's all that matters.
Yeah, there you go.
But it was just funny how they hired.
Shayna fought the man and won.
What?
I said you fought the man and won.
Right? I didn't even do anything wrong, though. It's like I was just laughing about something that's funny, and sorry that you're emotional. Like, I don't know. Too corporate for me, anyway.
Yeah. The last place. One of the last places I was working at too, I got in trouble just for like shit I was talking on Facebook.
But you're black, so did you at least be like?
I know, right? Like if I wanted to, that would have been the time to play the black card. And
oh my god, I can't believe you didn't.
I never played the black card. Like that's like deep in, like the moment I do use that shit, like
I know.
Oh man, it's gonna be glorious. Because that's just like in the back of the deck, you know what I mean? Like up the sleeve, right there.
I appreciate you. Victimize yourself. Because we've all been, like, I'm a Jew, and I've been discriminated against for being a Jew, but it's not like I'm going to ever be like, well, it's because I'm a Jew. It's like, no, dude, they obviously just didn't like me for me. Like, or whatever it might be. Like, I'm never going to, like, use any type of that bullshit as, like, an excuse.
Yeah, because it's not, I think, like, granted, okay, like, I've had a lot of hardships and stuff from racism. Some of the biggest, usually, like, you know, just being targeted by the cops. Like, I've been stopped before, like, just literally just walking down the street. You
have to laugh at their ignorance because there's nothing you can do.
Yeah. So, like, I say I've had more so, like, a problem with that of just, like, the way, like, the police targets black men than, like, any like outside racism. Like, if someone was to, like, call me a nigger, like, I would think it would be like a funny word. Be like, that's not who I am. So, like, is that supposed to hurt me? You know what I mean? Because, like, then I would
depends on who it is and how they're saying it too.
Right, of course.
Yeah. But like, obviously,
but even still, it's just like I don't know. I just feel like so beyond it because, like, the way, like societal racism and stuff, it's just not the same as it was, like, say, just like, you know, in my mom's day,
dude, we don't have slaves anymore.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's like, all right, like, so, like, this person, like, calling me a nigga, like, oh, like, I feel sorry for them, honestly. I'm like, wow, your life must really suck that you think that work can still hold any power over me. Like, like, sorry, dude. Like, I'm like.
Okay, so since you know that you're being watched out, like, you probably don't do things that are gonna make you look even worse. Like, are gonna make you look like a criminal. You're not gonna go into, like, rob a bank because, like, that we wouldn't get away with it. You know, like. Like, for example, with me, like, I'm a Jew, and there's a lot of negative, stereotypical stigmas about Jews, which I think are all hilarious. But, you know, when I go out to dinner, like, I still feel obligated to tip more than everybody else because if I don't, I'm the fucking Jew. You know? Or if I try to negotiate, because
have you seen Reservoir Dogs? Who's the one that wouldn't tip? He's like, oh, like, Mr. Pink here doesn't like to tip, and they all get on him.
Dude, but, like, okay, my dad, he is the cheapest man in the world. He has fucking 4 houses, and I will be in his 4,000 square foot house with the light on, and he'll, like, just come into the room and shut it off, and it's like, you have solar on your house. Why are you saving the sun's energy too?
Why are you saving the sun's energy?
Like, he's so, like, he has this it's a mind, like, I don't know, but it's, I always find it very refreshing when stereotypes are confirmed.
Yeah, well, I mean, eventually they're gonna be confirmed. Like, cause, like, even say if it's not mostly true, it's gonna be, like, you know, there's gonna be someone who fits the stereotype. You know, that's just like,
no, but there's a reason why stereotypes exist. Obviously, Asians just suck at driving. That's fine. They're really good at other things like math. You know, like, we all have our pros as our cultural backgrounds. I'm a Jew, so I'm good at everything. Oh
my gosh, look at your Japs coming out.
I'm just kidding. I'm actually a bad Jew. Like, I don't save money.
Bad Jew?
Well, I don't own any investments, really.
Is that what makes you a good Jew, owning investments?
Also, like, you should probably have a business by the time that you're 27. I'm 27. Like, I'm a Jew. The fact that I'm not rich yet is weird. I feel like it should just fall out of the sky like a duffel bag of money.
Yeah, no, but you're a Jewish American princess, right? You got daddy's money coming to you.
No, dude, he doesn't spend his money.
That's a sad life, man.
I know, it's gonna be really weird when he dies.
Get the perks of being a real Jap.
Dude, when he dies, it's gonna be, I'm gonna win the lottery.
You're gonna.
I wish I could
more on this. It's a very bittersweet and weird experience when he dies. Like, people are probably gonna come up to me and be like, "Sorry for your loss, but at least you won the lottery." It's gonna be super weird. I swear he's doing it just to mindfuck me. Like,
oh God, you're so bad.
He's a funny guy too.
I'm just a regular white male. All I got are privileges. I can't really speak too much on
that's
that.
why you're not speaking. Well, you have the entitlement. Like,
You learn to check your privilege and be silent. Okay.
no, you're entitled as a white male. You're entitled to whatever it is you want.
Yeah. Oh my God. Like.
And if you don't get it, just say that, remind whoever's not giving you what you want that you're a white male and you're entitled.
Remind them who they're fucking with.
Like, by the way, I'm a white male and I'm entitled.
Yeah, where my money?
Yeah, I mean, that's what my brother does.
I started this job. I want a $10 an hour raise now.
Yeah, but
I'm
it's
a
a
white
desired
man.
salary. Just put out your brands. It doesn't even matter what company you're working for.
Yeah.
I don't even know why they write that on applications. Why do they put that on applications? Especially so I'm helping my dad.
It's a really stupid thing to put on an application. It's like where you
I thought. Okay.
It works for me. Now they're going to be looking for somebody to add to their diversity.
So
the
reason I moved to San Diego was because I lost my job and I wanted to help my dad out with his business because, of course, he owns a business. And it's a bagel store because naturally. So I'm helping him and I'm going through all of his stuff today and I'm trying to scan all of his papers into a Google Drive so that it's not paperland everywhere where there's just piles of paper everywhere in his office. And I'm explaining to him how to use these technologies that we've had for forever. And I'm looking at the application and scanning it in, and that's one of the questions on there is desired salary. And it's this is a fucking bagel shop. How much, when you're working for a Jew, how much money do you think you're gonna fucking make? Let's be realistic here. You're making minimum wage and you're never getting overtime.
You're so cold. I love it.
We have houses to buy. To buy and rent out.
It's like, oh, you're struggling living in that little studio apartment. Well, sorry.
We're trying to build an empire here.
Yeah. We need our best mansion. Catch up.
I'm trying to invest.
Oh man.
No, my dad's so funny. Everything that he buys is either to make him more money or it's to just keep him alive. That's it. He doesn't have any. He doesn't go on vacation or have any.
That's overly pragmatic.
It's ridiculous.
When does he use it just to enjoy his life?
He doesn't. I'm gonna enjoy it when he dies.
There you go.
No, I keep telling him, just go on vacation, dude. See the world. He's gonna be 60, so Jews don't live that long.
Why is that?
Because we have shitty genes.
Well, I beg to differ because I'm a Jew.
We have good brains, but there's not very many Jewish athletes.
What are you talking about? There's all sorts of Jewish athletes.
Athletes of their corporation. What Jewish athletes do you know?
And and things kind of changed too. You should have never let us blacks into the league because before that there was a lot of Jews.
Oh yeah, wait. I thought the Nazis killed the Jews. I thought we were on the same team here.
We are on the same team. I'm a Jew too. We've been through that. I'm the original Jew.
Did you get a DNA test?
Do I get it? It's through the mother.
I'm getting a DNA test so that I can collect on my refunds for my shitty genes. I'm just going to I'm going to hand both my parents a big fat bill.
Not your reparations, but your refunds. So
refunds.
Did you purchase something out there in Auschwitz?
No. Well, they made me, and it was a manufacturing error. Genes, which is why Jews don't live that long. I don't know. There's Jewish people have like really bad genetics. Like, have you noticed the big noses? We're usually not that attractive. Like, those are shitty genes.
I don't know. I beg to differ. I'm like.
Oh, how many fucking hot Jews do you know besides like me?
Well, yeah. Okay, dude. I used to stay in New Jersey and in South New Jersey.
Dude, that's so funny. My dad's bagel store is called Garden State Bagels. He's from Jersey, but continue.
Oh yeah, yeah. See, and there's nothing but hot Jews out there.
What are you talking about? They're just loud. They're not.
They're awesome.
Jews are hot. What? I'm so happy. I'm trending.
You know, they'll mess around with it, but like when it's time to like, you know, like marriage and all that, no, they keep it in the family, man.
Well, you said you were in the family, so are you just lying like a black person?
Oh, are you saying black people are liars?
And
that's like racial.
I'm just fucking with you.
I know. They're just thieves. But wait, how would you know that? Because honestly,
in Long Beach.
No, but like
was my roommate.
But did you see them going away with your TV in the middle of the night?
Yeah, they just run so fast I can't keep up.
No, but I thought your TV would have just been like floating, you know, so you wouldn't have even seen them. So how do you know they were black?
Oh, because it's so dark?
Yeah, it would have just, you know, I thought you would have just seen your TV floating away.
I got LEDs. I just with the LEDs.
Oh, shit.
I'm just kidding. No, I've never gotten anything stolen by a black person, but I usually watch my stuff when they're around.
Oh my god.
Just kidding. Yeah. You can feel free to make these jokes.
Even though the racist stereotype didn't hold true, you've never actually been jacked by a black person. And see, and then that's the thing about like racial thought, because then when it actually happens,
as soon as I look away.
You know, because see, the one time when it does happen, when a black person finally steals something from you, you'd be like, "See, I knew they always stole." But that's because, you know, then it just cements what you already had in your head. But the fact that that's how, you know,
by a bunch of other races any other time, but when it's a black person, you're like, "See, black people do steal."
Yeah. Black people steal, white people steal. It's just not as bad as them that steal.
But yeah.
Well,
then would you say then that white people steal better since they don't get caught as much?
They steal legally.
Because if you, like, right, crime statistics, right, you know, it's more statistically that black people will be in trouble with the law. So
yeah, they just get caught. White people are better at being really deceptive and stuff.
You also get caught more because of stuff like profiling, where like you might be on your way home.
People aren't looking so much for the white people.
Stopped by a cop because you're black, and then you get caught with stolen stuff.
Hey, but this is a great opportunity for you to go ask for a refund, and I want 10% of your refund for giving me that idea.
Hey, but like, wait, so then don't you think it's a good idea then for black people to be better at stealing, that they should just keep a white friend around as, like, you know, decoy? Then they won't get caught.
Then they'll just think you kidnapped them or something.
All right, I'm down with that. I'm gonna take another trip down to San Diego, and you'll be like my kidnappee. And
yeah, for sure.
We'll go on a big like
we'll steal everything together.
Yeah. We'll just like you're
gonna be, bank.
Yeah, you're gonna be dressed up like fucking the Queen of England. It's gonna be great. Like it's gonna be like it's gonna be like a Bonnie and Clyde shopping spree.
Yes, sounds great.
Well, with the three of us, I mean, you're sure to get
my way out of this.
Oh my god, dude! If Stephen comes, if I get 2 white people to come with me, we're never getting caught.
Well, I mean, I'm Jew, so I'm sure there's got to be a lawyer somewhere that I could hit.
Yeah. When you do get caught, you just need to have like your 5 lawyers come represent us.
Yeah, my dad.
The team set up.
He's really good at finding like loopholes in every single system. He's really good at fighting with people.
I know whatever crime we get caught doing, they'll just go back to this podcast and be like, see,
Yeah, this is the
it was you
evidence.
guys.
Oh man, damn!
What is this episode going to be called? Racism 101?
We can never go steal a bank. We can never go rob a bank now. Like,
Well, that would be like robbing from like my uncle.
oh, okay. We'll just rob your uncle then.
Actually, we can't rob anyone because I'm related to everyone who owns everything.
Oh man!
I'm gonna inherit it all anyway. Just wait it out.
All right.
In the meantime, just go get welfare.
Robbing them slowly.
So,
right.
what do you guys do for like jobs though?
Well,
I work at
oh, go ahead.
a brew house.
Where?
Sorry. Yeah, I work at a restaurant house right now in Yuba City.
Where's that? North.
It's called Pete's Restaurant and Brew House.
Sounds good.
Yeah. It is good.
And what?
Then I just got a job at Ross, but I haven't started yet.
All right. Well, both of you quit your jobs and come work for me for minimum wage. Part-time.
But I make more than minimum wage like in a day. What the fuck?
All right, that's all I can offer you because I'm Jewish. But I'm opening a bagel store. I'm opening my own.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is it gonna be called Bagel Bitch?
I wish. It's going to be called Garden State Bagels, just like the other two.
So you're like bringing New Jersey to San Diego?
I mean, my dad did 20-something years ago. 1985 is when he opened the stores. And he's opening a third, and I'm going to run it for him. But yeah, when they moved here from New Jersey, there was no bagels here at all.
Really?
Yeah, they were, and when there was an Einstein Bagels across the street from his original store, which he still has. It's in Encinitas. But when they went out of business, that was like his, the best day of his life. He was like, I beat them. I'm better.
Oh yeah, so they were like in like direct competition, like across the street from each other.
And that's a big corporation.
Yeah.
The only two bagel places in town.
Oh, yeah, that's really funny. Like that's kind of fucked up. Like your dad just like came in and like put them.
No. He was here before that.
Oh, he was there first?
Yeah, he brought the bagels to the West Coast. Like there weren't any here.
Oh, gotcha. I thought there's like one other. I thought there's just like one place, and it was across the street. And then, like they went out of business. He's like,
no. Like when he came here, there weren't any, and then all these bagel stores started opening, and then obviously the market crashed in 2008, and he was able to survive that all because he had his like stockpile of savings, and but in the 90s, like he had 6 stores.
I see.
I had a really amazing childhood. I had matching socks and bows with all my outfits.
You had matching socks?
Yeah, dude. Limited too.
Damn.
What's life like in the big time?
Yeah, like, why can't we?
My socks never match, homie. That's like royalty right there.
That's like Kardashian status.
Fuck.
It's too bad I was only like 8, so I couldn't really enjoy it. Like I could spend a lot more money now.
Didn't know what you had, man. Matching socks.
I mean, I did know because I did socks. I just grew out of them. But we're coming back. We're making a comeback. Garden State Bagels. We're taking over the world. It's gonna be great.
Woo, shout.
Our mission statement is just offend everybody.
Is what, everybody?
Offend everybody. Just make offensive jokes and be offensive. That's the mission statement.
Yeah, I think
Website.
people need to be offended more because everyone's just like hiding away. Just
I think a lot of people come to my dad to be offended.
Good.
Because he just
I'm glad someone's
all day.
I'm glad someone's making the world a better place. People need to be offended more. They take themselves way too seriously.
I know. Well, I think people appreciate his honesty, even though my dad is like Larry David, but
sweet.
But he's not.
Yeah, I want to kick it with your dad now. Like,
dude, he's really funny. He's really chill. I know a lot of people.
Can we follow your dad around for a day and like make a Curb Your Enthusiasm episode?
He doesn't like to be recorded. Sometimes I'll try to put him on Snapchat and be like, don't do that shit. I don't want to be on there. So yeah, he's not as funny. He's more natural, like in his element, where he's just at the bagel store being like, hey, what's up, dude? And he'll just go talk to people who don't want to talk to him.
Sweet.
He's like, oh, I had a hard day at work. I'm like, yeah, talking to people?
Gotta break down those walls, man.
I mean, that's how he has so many. He knows a lot of people. Like, I have to introduce myself as Steve's daughter now, like my whole identity. That's why I moved to Santa Barbara to begin with.
Oh, yeah, you're trying to get out of daddy's spotlight?
Well, yeah, but turns out we have a lot in common, and that's fine. I'll be Steve's daughter.
Speaking
I don't know why I was opposed to that. We have a lot in common. It's weird.
Oh, that's cute.
We're both socialites. We're offensive and awkward.
I could see that. The party back when we met, the parties you throw at your place were always good times.
At Kessler's or the place
place you had. Yeah, the place you had. Kessler had already left when I met you.
Well, yeah, I remember meeting you at his house, his new place, because I kicked everybody out. I'm really difficult to live with.
Oh, I know, you're the worst.
I'm really difficult. Which is why, but my dad's house is so big, it's like having my own place. But I'm only there for a few months, because I just moved back. Until my friend's lease is up, and then we're going to get a place. My dad doesn't like to share, he's Jewish. Plus, you know how it is living with family. I don't know if you've ever done that before. It's shitty as hell.
It's the worst.
Although my dad...
yeah.
I don't know how long it's going to last. I don't know. It's been a week and a half, so. Do you guys live at home? What are your living situations?
I live by myself.
That's cool. I just had a place by myself, and I miss it, but it's basically like...
Yeah, I had a place by myself, too, and I kind of miss that as well. But I live with a couple of guys that I grew up with now, so that's kind of cool.
I feel like I live by myself because my dad's house is so big. Like, I used to have to like tiptoe around my apartment so that my neighbors wouldn't hear me. I don't have to worry about that shit, and I'm in the same house.
Yeah, I need to be able to like just blast my music as loud as I want whenever I want.
Where are you living? In a trash can? Like, in the middle of the desert? Where are you living that you could do this?
In a house.
You have your own house?
Yeah, it's just like, it's not that big, but it's like, like one bed.
It must not be by the beach.
I mean, I'm about 5 minutes from the beach.
Well, you're a fast runner.
Huh?
He's a runner. Running? 5 minutes?
Like 5 minutes by like...
No, because you're black and black people can run fast.
Yeah, no, it's like 5 minutes like biking.
What about swimming? 20 minutes?
When I swim to the beach on the land?
It's 20 minutes when you swim, 5 minutes when you run.
Yeah, something like that. I bike in the water and I swim on land. I don't know.
Black people can't swim. You're not getting any of these puns, any of these insults.
That's why he does it on land.
That's smart thinking.
Because
you can't drown if there's no water.
It doesn't count if you stole your bike. Just kidding. Seriously, how many miles away is the beach? And where on the coast? Are you even in the state of California?
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, it's like, I don't know. You can come visit sometime. I'll visit you down in SD, and you can come visit up here. Although I'm going to be moving soon anyway. Yeah,
just come here, because I'm sure where you're living, if you can afford a 1-bedroom place by yourself. I couldn't do it. I don't understand how anyone can do it. Working in retail.
No, I don't work retail. What are you talking?
Someone said they work at Ross and someone said they work at a brewery. So how exactly?
Those are both Steven. Steven works at a brewery.
It has both jobs. What do you do?
I'm an artist, and also I do like sales on the side, like
drug dealing.
Totally. Well, kind of.
Or do you sell them? Do you steal bikes and sell them?
Health products. But yeah, no, like I just do my shows, have my merch, and then I also I do like sales type gigs on the side.
No, that's cool.
Products.
And you're working and you're living.
Yeah.
Because when I tried to be an artist, didn't work out. I was like, all right, I have to get a real job.
It's hard to be an artist nowadays. You really have to be like, you have to.
I'm not talented or not. We're gonna.
Yeah, and just like that you constantly have to be working at it because like it's you're constantly paddling up creek basically.
Yeah, well, that's life in every single aspect, no matter what.
But I mean, especially
it's always work against me.
You know what I mean? If you're not like signed to like fucking Sony or something, then like that's always the case.
Well,
so
even when you do work for a big corporation, you could say one thing and then get fired. So that's sketchy too.
Right. Then you gotta go along with all their rules. So then there's all that thing to it too.
Yeah, which are very vague. They're very, very difficult to interpret.
Yeah,
I'm a communications major.
One record company sent me a contract. I'm not gonna say who it was, but the contract was sketchy to say the least. Like it was just like, what kind of fucking monkey operation are you fucking pulling over here, dude? Like,
that's the thing. It's like I got written up for like violating their communications ethics and. Some kind of shit like that, and I'm just like, are you kidding me? Like, I'm a communications major, that's my study, I'm getting my degree in it, and you're telling me that what I'm saying, like, I have good intentions, like, what do you, and then their policies all up for interpretation. I can't understand what they want me to say, what's appropriate to them on my own time. I'm like, I think you're asking a little much.
Yeah. Well, because you lose yourself, you then a representative of the company. You're no longer.
They would want somebody funny as a representative. Funny people are well liked.
Yeah.
And a Jew, like I'm not gonna do anything to hurt the company. I'm a Jew.
Speaking of that, like going back to like people being offended and stuff. Also, like the whole I wanted to touch like the whole like I don't know. I have snowflake. I hate to use the broad terms, but
just use it or just use.
Well, okay,
you're not gonna offend me.
No, well, basically, I put this post right last week about. So I said I've been seeing this quote floating around the internet. Quote: "Be so busy improving yourself, you don't have room to criticize others." End quote.
No, criticize people on the way. It's fun.
Yeah, so I was like, what? I was like, what world do you live in? Like, people are supposed to stop having opinions about shit just because you don't like it. And so I was like, I say, learn to be secure enough in who you are so that a little criticism doesn't knock you down. And instead, you take that to improve yourself further. Because
it just depends, like, on what the criticism is, because I don't go around and try to insult people. Like, I just try to like lighten them.
But yeah, okay. So I had this girl like who like took like she's like really not about it, and a friend of mine, and
well,
she's just like
busy working on herself. That's what she should be doing.
well, she was very perturbed about the post, and she's like, oh well, like I don't think you should ever like criticize people, and like she made the point of like
criticizing you right there. So
yeah, exactly. So like that's why I was like, well, you're being very critical about my post right now, like joking, but like kind of like this. Yeah, because. Yeah, like my point basically is like, people know the difference between insulting someone and criticizing someone. Like criticism is good and it's healthy. Like that people need criticism so that we could all, grow.
Yeah, totally. But if you're just like not giving them any feedback on how they could improve, like basically if somebody says, you're not funny, for example, like there's no improvement there because that's your fucking opinion, and just because you don't get the joke doesn't mean I'm not funny.
Right, and there's nothing constructive there. But like, but if say someone was doing like something bad and like you don't, criticize their behavior to let them know. So like the example I gave her is like when you discipline your child, you have to criticize them. If they're like, making, like breaking shit in the store and shit, you have to.
Only your kid would do that.
You have to let them know, of course.
When they're stealing in a way that's so apparent to the public, you have to tell them to, keep it on the DL. No, right. Totally. I went to a 3-year-old's birthday party last night because that's what I do now. I, do networking events.
Are you one of those princesses that show up and play songs at the party?
No, not at all. Basically, I just went with my dad because it was the neighbors and they invited me, and I was like, okay, I'll go talk to them. So I'm talking to all the parents, and the kids are on the trampoline and whatever. And I forgot where I was going with this story. What were we talking about?
You at 3-year-old parties.
Yeah, I know. What was the thing before that?
Black kids stealing.
Yeah, there were neither. There were. I forget. I there was a point to this story though. I remember that part, or else I would have said.
Did you get jacked by a 3-year-old?
No, there's no black people in Encinitas. It's really weird. They just disappeared from Long Beach.
They're the only ones who would be stealing, right?
Yeah, I don't have to worry about any of my shit. I'm just kidding.
Wait, do you have anything to steal? Isn't it like all your dad's anyway?
Yeah, so I'm gonna inherit it eventually. Wait it out. I'm being patient. No, there was like a really interesting point to this, but whatever, I lost it. Oh well.
Damn, I was hoping to hear about like the time where you got stuck out by a 3-year-old.
No, that was, I forget.
Oh
no, I was talking to this guy and he was bragging about his children, and I was like, when my dad and I walked home, I was like, those kids are going to get the biggest reality check of their life when they go to college and realize that they're not that fucking great. Like, and their parents their dad was like, oh, my kids, and they're 18 years old. He has twins, and like, neither of them have ever had a job. And like,
the kids were 18 or?
Yeah, his kids were 18.
Uh-huh.
And they weren't there.
Yeah.
But he was just bragging about how fucking wonderful his children are. And those kids are going to get the biggest reality check in their life when they realize that they're not that fucking great, because no one's that fucking great. We're all pretty average.
Yeah.
Isn't that, like, I hear that from a lot of parents, though. I feel like
my parents did that shit to me, and I wish they didn't, because I grew up thinking that I'm like someone who's great, and I'm really not.
Man, that sucks for you. I actually am.
No, I mean, now I know. Now I know that I'm not.
I am great.
Yeah.
Well, that's because you're a white male. You're entitled. You're allowed to feel that way about yourself.
Isn't that like every male just looks in the mirror and says, awesome?
We're going to come to a point where, white males will have to get reparations because they're not allowed to work anywhere because they're not oppressed enough.
Well, they just go straight to management. They go from cyclists to management.
Yeah, times are gonna get hard for me.
Yeah, we just need to like kick all the white males like out of every employment until.
No, this is what my brother said.
And so then we need to hire them for diversity.
No, my brother said, my brother, he's like, I'm part of the minority because I've never been discriminated against, and I'm like, no, you can't do that.
That's so awesome.
I've had people accuse me of being racist.
We're all a little racist.
Well, you're a white male, so you're racist by association.
Yeah, and I'm a female, so I'm automatically a bitch. It was crazy.
Oh man. And I automatically steal things, right, Shayna?
Well, this is a given.
Oh my God, you're the best.
But no, when I'm driving and there's someone who's a really horrible driver and I pull up next to them to give them the finger or whatever, they're Asian, I'm like, that's funny. I'm not even going to give them the finger because they already know. I don't.
Well, they don't know though because probably not even looking at you. They don't realize that they offended you in any way. They're just gonna keep on going with their lives because you didn't flip them off.
Well, that's fine.
How dare you anti-discriminate against Asians? You need to pull up to that car and flip them off.
Well, I saw someone else do it anyway. So when they passed me,
they were just like swerving. They were fucking everybody up.
I know. I think stereotypes are funny, and I like it when people can laugh at themselves.
Yeah, people
are hilarious.
To laugh at themselves.
But that's the important part is you have to be able to laugh at your own stereotypes. The stereotypes you have to deal with.
I'm the biggest advocate of Jew jokes. Bring them.
Yeah.
I love them. I think they're so funny. Like, my friend opened her oven and sent me a photo, and she's like, look, it's a Jewish bunk bed. And I just thought it was so funny. I was, like, dying.
See, but that's only because you're one of the good Jews. I mean, weren't you, like, Farrakhan's right-hand woman for a while?
I have no idea who that person is, but sure.
Oh, goodness.
All right, I gotta go.
We're coming right up to the wrap-up point anyways. It cuts off at about an hour, so.
Oh, perfect. So we have 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Wait, does it really cut you off?
It says 1 minute.
It will.
Sometimes over an hour, sometimes
I don't know. It's really awkward how it does.
It's like a new thing, isn't it? A new app.
Yeah, sometimes it goes like an hour and a half and then it cuts off. Sometimes it cuts off a little before, but.
All right, well, I'm hanging up in an hour and we won't know.
Awesome.
No, we can call it right now.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me on the show, and it was really nice chatting with both of you. I'm really excited to get famous and just blow up like my dad said I would.
Yeah. Where they can follow you on social media.
Oh, Bagel Beach Life. That's Instagram. I don't really do my Facebook. I'm not accepting friend requests anymore on Facebook. My manager, she's, haven't been up to date on those. So I just don't accept any of them. Just kidding. I don't have a manager.
Right.
Bagel Beach Life. I'm accepting friend requests because I don't need any more friends. But you can follow me on Instagram.
Word. Nice.
All right. Come visit me. And I'll make you a bagel. I'll have to charge you though. Not you two, obviously, but
yes, free bagels.
Free bagels for my black and white.
Taking the trip to San Diego.
For my not the white male because he's already privileged enough. But I'll hook him up to my homie over there.
I'll pay for it.
To my black friends, just because I don't want him to steal it. He'll steal them.
Yes.
Right, cool.
Black wins again, baby. Black privilege all day.
Invest in black.
Yeah.
Good one. That's going to be part of our mission statement as well.
Awesome.
Offend everybody and invest in black.
Yes. I love it already.
Garden State Bagels.
Thanks. Much love, Shayna.
All right. Bye.
Good night, y'all.
Love you.
These trials of triumph and true, can we see through the glass darkly at the final hour?
I can't breathe in the space that's filled with your sound.